Do you find it hard to find, hire, and keep exceptional employees? If so, this video will help you. First, and this is the number one condition under which all the foundation lies for the rest of this video, and that is be worthy of exceptional employees. If you think you are owed exceptional employees, if you think they are lucky to have a job, I'm afraid there's much more fundamental things that we're not going to cover in this video around your work culture and honestly your attitude as a leader, which basically guarantees you will struggle to find and keep exceptional employees forever until you change those foundations. So think of it this way, the Gandhi saying, be the change in the world you want to see. Well, in this case, I would say be the employee, the change, the company, the leader that you want to see or that you aspire to be in the world. As far as possible within your resources, within your ability, you have to lead by example, and that includes not this. Right there. Yelling at your employees, probably not a good idea. Since the Great Resignation, I think that was actually a very positive thing for both sides of business, because employees realized that they could probably do their job from home and they could probably do it for themselves and make more money than work for an employer. So the employers these days have to stand and deliver in a way they never have before, because that's a mutual relationship. Your company is worth exactly nothing without talented and good employees, and they don't make any money if they don't have an employer or become self-employed. So it is a symbiotic relationship, and if you abuse your side of it these days, you're screwed, and you deserve to be. To be completely frank and honest, if you don't treat employees well, if you have a great employee and don't treat them well, they are happy, willing, and very able to find another company who will take them. So then, to this same end, I make these videos for you. I don't make them for me. So please comment and let me know what you want to see, any topic around this neurocognitive leadership, around neurocognitive design. Ask me questions. I'm a very straightforward guy, and I will not pretend to know something I don't know about. Ask me about accounting. I know exactly nothing and will never try to learn such. Okay, so I appreciate that. And the other one is, if you get any value from this video or any videos you've watched previously, please share this channel, share, subscribe, like, all that kind of fun stuff. Your support is much appreciated. So then the second part to this equation, the first being be worthy of great employees, be worthy of great talent in your company. The second one is the 3 F's of exceptional employees, and that is find, filter, and foster. To find them is to go beyond the hire a headhunter, hire a recruiter. That could be cost effective for you, but there is so many things not being done by most employers that, or they do something, but they do it honestly pretty lazy, and their results, the kind of employees they get, are reflected in the effort they put into finding them, filtering them, and fostering. Okay, so go beyond that headhunter recruiter thing, because people are always looking for great jobs. Employees, great employers. Be one, or always be looking for good enough employees at your good enough company. So that's the second part, or in a sense, the foundational part that we talked about before, right? If you are just a good enough employer because you don't treat your employees well, or you screw them over, well, you're going to get good enough employees and they will leave in a heartbeat if they get a better offer, because that only makes sense. Why would anybody want to be somewhere where they aren't happy, satisfied, and fulfilled? And we'll get into that in a second. So one of the main things you can do is you can just get on social media. And I'm not talking about just putting an ad there. You can do that. But I would say something like hold a contest. Tell them you're hiring, assuming you're already worthy or made yourself worthy, that people actually want to work for you, not just find a job. Then you'll get a lot of attention from that. And you could do any kind of contest. You could just say, well, we're hiring for this kind of thing, so please submit a piece of written work, a piece of artwork, whatever it is that's relevant. That not only gives you more than just a resume, which is just a resume and is usually full of lies or exaggerations, right? That's the most perfect we ever are, is in our resume. Give them a task and then let the best, regardless of qualifications, demonstrate the skill you're looking for. And it would be, for the most part, super cheap if you do it right. Super cheap or even free if you do it right. On social media, first of all, being a great company to work for, everything else becomes easier thereafter. That's not to say that that's an easy task, but one of my favorite books of all time, I've mentioned many times, is Scaling Up Excellence, is a good place to look. So you hold a contest. You could also just do open submissions, and not so much a contest, but give them hoops to jump through, where it's not a contest, but they have to do certain activities, solve certain problems to actually reach a level of qualification that is even get to the submission form. I know of a book I read about automation and about making basically an automated company using technological tools. It was really great. They said they eliminated like 70 or 80% of the people who weren't qualified to do the job because they made it challenging in some specific way, which would identify who were problem solvers, which is what they needed. So it's like, if you can't solve the problem of how to get to the proper place with the resources available, but you have to take initiative. If you can't solve that, then you're not qualified for the job. So they eliminated like 70 or 80% of their applicants immediately, just by having one reasonable hoop that challenged them in the way they would be challenged in the job itself. So it's really important here, I think, don't make education, credentials, or experience, make that an experience-driven process. I'm stumbling today. So the reason I'm saying that is because there's a lot of people out there I know who have extensive experience, are very self-certain, and they suck at what they do. They're not good, and nobody has told them. They were just tenured in or were in a union. And having extensive experience does not make you a good employee necessarily. And credentials, the same thing. And this gets me to one of my favorite people in the world, because I think he is an inspiration and has the right intention. And that would be Elon Musk. He talks about that he has trouble finding exceptional talent, that the difference between an ordinary engineer and an exceptional engineer is not even close, in his words. So I've even proposed in one of my videos before that, Elon, what you need to do is you need to hire two people. You need a high creative who's good enough at the science to understand what is reasonable to do, and then even an average to a good engineer, and together that those two employees will probably be more productive and more exceptional than an exceptionally talented engineer, which are obviously, by your own admission, really hard to find. So that's one way to do it, is just put two people together. But what I love about Elon is he also talks about, he says, I don't care if you even haven't passed high school. I just want you to show me the ability. So another thing you can do is you can consider contracting the position short term to see how it works, hiring more than one person after you've done some of this other filtering. Another thing you can do is filter before the interview. I've already actually talked about that. And then the final thing is foster them after you've found them. That is, give them an opportunity to achieve mastery, to have autonomy, and to have purpose in their job. That's it for Crush It Club 104, how to find exceptional talent. My name is Tim B. Green. Bye for now.